tonight, the Katha begins with a beautiful conversation. The conversation is happening between two beings, Narad Muni and Bhagwan Vishnu. Narad, what is your impression of Narad Muni? What is your impression of Narad Muni? Priya, what do you think of Narad Muni? Oh, trouble. What is your impression of me? More trouble. When you think of Narad Muni, he has created a stigma. His actions has tarnished his character. And whether his intentions are good or bad, from the time you hear his name, you build a wall. You have to be very careful and conscious about how you are treading around him. So too we live among many Narads. So too we live among many people who pretend to be our friend, to hear from us, then to talk about us. And that's a fact. It is a truth. Narad Muni, the celestial sage, Narad Muni has a query. He has a concern. The concern has nothing to do with him, but he wants to know. Maybe he's Trinidadian. Because that's how we behave. Things that have no concern to us, things that we should not, we venture into. Because we always want to know. Narad Muni is inquiring. And who is he inquiring from? Lord Vishnu. He's asking the Lord, Bhagwan Vishnu, what do we take to God? What do we take to Bhagwan? For the next many nights, we'll worship Lord Ganesh. But when we come here, what will we bring with us? And when we leave here, what will we take with us? What should we bring and what should we carry? Narad Muni, he's asking Lord Vishnu, he says, tell me, I'm very concerned about this elephant head. The elephant head that Lord Ganesh has and he possesses. Tell me. And Lord Vishnu sits and he begins to think about how he will answer Narad Muni. Because chances are, Narad is going to tell the Katha to somebody else. And he might add in or he might take out some of what Lord Vishnu is going to say. Have you ever had a conversation with some being and by the time they transmit your conversation, it is totally different? We are Trinidadians and we are all guilty as charged because we try to polish and fix and cut and put and cut and paste. And we try to suit ourselves. Narad Muni asking the question, Bhagwan Vishnu begins to tell. Lord Vishnu begins to tell Narad Muni. He says at one time there lived a demon. At one time there lived a demon. Where can you find a demon? Hello? Where can you find a demon? Why all of you looking at me? Where can you find a demon? I might be a good demon. In us, all of us, we have some level of good and some level of... Is it? You have bad in you? You sit down to eat and somebody watch you. And the next day, you're in the bathroom for the whole day. You say they have bad what? Oh. Somebody passed by your tree and they just touch it and the whole tree dry down. You say they have a bad? Oh. You eat too much sweet things and you bathe but you don't wash your foot, because you can't bend down. And then after a few months, something stuck you under there and then your foot becomes blue. You say you have a bad foot, huh? It says, Bhagwan Vishnu says at one time there lived a demon. And this demon, his name was Gajasur. Gajasur, he performed great austerities to Lord Shiva. He prayed to Lord Shiva. Gajasur, he prayed to Lord Shiva. Only good people pray? Hello? Only good people pray? Bad people pray too? The answer is yes. Shake your head up and down. Bad people pray too? But how can you know who is good? How can you tell who is bad? What makes you good? What makes you bad? Gajasur prayed to Lord Shiva. And praying to Lord Shiva, what will happen? The Gajasur prayed and chanting the name Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya countless times. Lord Shiva was pleased and so Lord Shiva appeared in front of Gajasur. How much times during your lifetime you have chanted the mantra Om Namah Shivaya? Is there a check? Can you check? How much times during your lifetime you chanted your Guru mantra? Can you remember? Would you be able to put a check? Gajasur chanted thousands of times. And so chanting thousands of times, Lord Shiva became pleased with him. And so Pragat, he appeared in front of Gajasur. And as Lord Shiva appeared in front of Gajasur, Gajasur was given the opportunity to ask a boon, to ask for anything that he wanted. If Lord Ganesh, well not if, Lord Ganesh will bless you with what your desires are. But if there is one desire that you can state and offer as a petition to Lord Ganesh, what will it be? What will it be? Shana, what will it be? Because you see, we have too much desires. So it is impossible to narrow it down to one important one. Because we consider all to be important, isn't it? As Lord Shiva appeared in front of Gajasur, Gajasur asked for a boon. He asked for Varadan. He had already planned what he will ask for. And so Gajasur looked at Lord Shiva. And looking at Lord Shiva, he wants Lord Shiva to be very close to him all the time. How close are you to God? What kind of relationship do you have with Bhagwan, with God? Last night when we did the Pran Pratishtha, the invocation for the Murti, I said to them, we are sitting here and we have consecrated this place to be a holy place, sanctified and purified through the medium of mantras and through the emblems and the images and the murtis, etc. But in this place, not only good things happen. In this place, not everybody comes with pure, noble, good intentions. In this place, not only praying happens. In this place, all sorts of things happen. And so we pray for the atonement of the sins that have been committed in this place. And so we pray that may none of those sins befall us because of our noble action. Gajasur says, I want you, Lord Shiva, to be close to me all the time. How close is Lord Shiva to you? How close are you to Lord Shiva? How close are you to the person next to you? Hello? How close are you to the person next to you? Very close, huh? How close are you to Lord Shiva? You have to give thought, huh? How to answer that. Because Shivratri night, we're very close to Lord Shiva. We're very connected. Om Namah Shivaya. Huh? Navratri, we're very connected to the Devi. In the Ganesh Chaturthi, we're very connected to Lord Ganesh. And after that, we're connected to boat ride, bus ride, party. We're connected to Kali Yuga. It says, Gajasur says, Lord Shiva, I want you to be close to me. But I have a petition. I want to tell you where I want you to be. I don't want you to stand at my side. I don't want you to stand in front of me. I don't want you to stand behind me. I don't want you to stand on top of me or even beneath. Lord Shiva, listen to where I want you to be. And Gajasur is stating where he wants Lord Shiva to be and how close he wants him to be. Gajasur, who was so clever, he says, oh Lord Shiva, I want you to live in my stomach. I want you to take your seat in my stomach and I want you to live there. Is God in your stomach? Hello? Oh God. Is God in your stomach? Diwali day, God is in your stomach. Only sweet rice. Only suhari. Only gulab jamun. After Diwali, 4 foot running in your stomach. A head putting you somewhere. Something pecking inside of there. You become what you eat. Do you believe that? You behave like what you eat. Do you believe that? Look around. See the behavior. See the temperament. I ate cabbage today. Am I behaving like that? Gajasur says, I want you to live in my stomach. And so Lord Shiva, he had promised Gajasur that whatever you ask for, I will give it to you. And so Bhagwan Shankar took his seat in the stomach of Gajasur. Seated there, Mother Parvati has heard what has happened. And Mother Parvati has become very frantic, very upset. And becoming very annoyed, becoming very upset. What will she do? Listen, Mother Parvati does something. Mother Parvati was very devastated. And now she had to talk with somebody. She had to take her trouble, her problems to somebody. And Lord Shiva was where? In the stomach of Gajasur. So she couldn't go to him. So where she went? She went to Lord Vishnu. And going to Lord Vishnu, she says, "Oh Lord Vishnu, we must devise some kind of plan. We must do something to get Lord Shiva back out of the stomach of this demon Gajasur." Gajasur, who had the disposition, the build, the structure of an elephant. And so now, Bhagwan Vishnu and Mother Parvati, they begin to stitch a plan. The Purana says they begin to stitch a plan. Stitch a plan means they begin to plot a plan. They begin to plan. And so stitching their plan together, what will happen? Listen, they have planned something. What have they planned? Lord Vishnu took the disguise of a musician. Lord Brahma took the disguise of a tabla player, tabalchi. Nandi, the bull upon which Lord Shiva rides, took the form of a dancing bull, performing tricks and actions and wearing nice clothing. They dress up Nandi. And so all of them now, they made their way to this place where Gajasur dwelled. And making their way to this place where Gajasur lived, they were putting on a show. But putting on this show and creating all of this noise, it attracted the attention of Gajasur. And so Gajasur came and he started to look. But as soon as Gajasur started to look, they stopped performing. They stopped their performance. And so Gajasur is asking, "Why did you stop? I want to see. I want to hear. Why did you stop?" Ever hear something outside and you rush outside to see, and by the time you reach outside, it's gone? Some van passing. Which van again? The gas van. Huh? And you rush outside to it, and by the time you reach out, it's gone. You're disappointed. Gajasur, he was disappointed, but Gajasur wanted to enjoy the entertainment. And so Gajasur looked at them and he says, "Play, I'm begging you to play. It was sounding so good. Why did you stop?" "And I'm enjoying the dancing of the bull." And Bhagwan Vishnu looked at Gajasur and he says, "Nothing for free. We will perform for you, but you must give us some kind of payment. Nothing for free." Do you know there's some people, they do nothing for free? Nothing, zero, nothing. Their conscience doesn't even bother them or permit them to say, "Well, you know, there's some people, they only like to receive, but very seldom they like to give." And when I say give, I don't mean of anything financial or otherwise. Sometimes it's just your effort. Sometimes it's just your support. Sometimes it's just to give a good word of advice and comfort. But not even that you will give. And so Gajasur, hearing this, Gajasur says, "If you perform for me, I will give you anything that you ask for." Will a demon be truthful? Will a demon tell the truth? Will a demon uphold his promise? Hello? So when we don't uphold our promise, it means that we are demons? I'm just asking. I don't know. For a friend. Gajasur, he says, "I will give to you anything that you want." And so this was like music to the ears of Lord Vishnu. After enjoying the performance, they were done. And so Nandi looked at Gajasur and Nandi was impatient. Lord Vishnu had asked if they were done, but now Nandi is asking, making the request. And so Nandi says, the payment that we want is that we want Lord Shiva back. We want you to give Lord Shiva back. And Gajasur says, if I were to give you Lord Shiva, then it means that I will give up my existence, I will die. Because I'm giving you God from inside of me. Listen to what the demon is saying. I'm giving God from inside of me. Where is God? Where is God? Where is God? Hello? Where is God? Vishnu, where is God? Your name is Vishnu, eh? Where is God? Ma Tulsi, where is God? In your heart? You have some clogged artery there, girl. Inside of there, in one corner, it's kind of dark. Because inside of there, you have a spot for somebody you don't like. And we have all sorts of things inside of there. Will God still dwell there? Will God still want to be in there? We have hate, and we have anger, and we have ego, and we have all the negative qualities inside of there. And it comes from our heart. Eh? That's where it comes from, your heart. Will God still want to go there? This contaminated heart. It tells us, it says, Gajasur is intelligent. Gajasur is saying that if I give you Lordship, I'm giving up my existence. But Nandi, I made a promise, I made a vow, and I want to upkeep this promise. But I don't want to die. Anybody here want to die? Anybody here want to die? Hello? Anybody here want to die? All your hands stapled down to the chair, boy. Anybody afraid to die? You know what's the kahani of life? The kahani of life is to be born, to spend your youthful days in school learning, to spend your adolescent and adult days with education and no job. I'm talking about Trinidad. Eh? Get married thinking that your spouse will bring happiness to you. Nobody could make you happy, by the way. The only person that could make you happy is unless you're in love, like trouble. Unless. And then work and save and build and when time comes that you want to enjoy now, all of the hard work, Jai be akela. You're gone. You leave everything behind. You enjoy nothing. The money that you work and you save, you have to buy insulin and pay for dialysis and nursing home. Devi is here. She came from London for the yagya. Devi had a problem on the airplane with her air. And from the airport, she called the nursing home and she said, I have an emergency. I'm in great pain. They say, okay, come in 2 days. She said, I'm a nurse in London and it is a medical emergency. They say, is it a pregnancy? She said, no, it's my airs. Well, the closest appointment is 2 days from now. She said, I could be dead. She called me. She said, what should I do? I said, well, I know what to do if you're dead. But your heirs, I have no clue what to do with your heirs. And she said, do you have anybody you could put me on to? I say, if you're dead, I know the number for Das, I know the number for Budus, I know. But she said, do you have a physician that will be able to help me? And then I started to call, and then I realized, if you really, genuinely have an emergency, then you're really dead. Because your money is of no use to you. When you have pain, your money is of no use to you. Do you know? When you have sickness and trouble, your money is of no use to you. You might be able to pay the lawyer, Seeing him there? You might be able to pay him to bring some kind of comfort, but the length of time he will take too, Then more trouble. Gajasur says, if I give you God from in me, I will die. But I don't want to die. I want to remain alive. I want to remain and I want to be immortal. That's why I asked Lord Shiva to live in me. So that if Lord Shiva is in me, it means that I've secured. Such was the intelligence of Gajasur. And so, Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, hearing the words of Gajasur, both of them together, now they speak. And speaking with Gajasur, now they had to devise a plan. Gajasur didn't want to die, he wanted to remain, and they want Lord Shiva. And if Lord Shiva comes out of the body of Gajasur, he will die. So now what bargain, what deal can they make? People like you, but they don't really like you. They like what you could do for them. Our president one night in a conversation with me, maybe about 2 years ago, she said to me, she said, why people cry in a funeral? I said, this already night you asking me that? Funeral? She said, why do they cry in the funeral? Like if the mother dies, why are they crying? And I say, well, it's their mother. They have an attachment. And so they will miss their mother and that's why they're crying. She said, no. I said, oh, why? She said, you know what they will miss? Not their mother, you know. They will miss wash clothes, cook food, the servant that she was, and all that she would have done. That's what they will be missing, not her. They're missing the things that she does to make their life smooth sailing. That's what they will miss. And the guilt and the regret in them, knowing now they'll have to get up and do everything themselves, they're crying, oh God, no more food. Oh God, I had to iron myself. And that's why they're crying. That's why they're screaming. Because somewhere along the journey of our life, we have forgotten how to love genuinely. Somewhere along the journey of our life, we have forgotten how to enjoy existence genuinely. Somewhere along the journey of our life, we have all gotten lost. And we started running behind the things and the beings of the world. And then a day will come when you'll realize that nothing in this world and nobody in this world really matters. And so, they plotted a plan. And plotting this plan, what will happen? Bhagwan Vishnu spoke and he says, oh Gajasur, today we give you a Varadan, today we give you a... We would not be able to allow you to live forever. But the Varadan that we will give is, your face will live on forever. And so you'll be remembered by your face. Worship will be done to you in the heavens, on the earth and in the nether region. And so everybody will remember you when they see this face, the face of the elephant. We give you this Varadan, this gift, O Gajasur. If you give us Lord Shiva, then Gajasur, we promise you that you will be remembered infinitely. The Ganesh Puran says, while this conversation is happening, and while this epic is unfolding, Mother Parvati is rubbing the muck from her skin. And while Mother Parvati is rubbing the muck from her skin, Mother Parvati is creating a little putli. Putli means what? A little doll, a little image. Using pratishtaha, using divine powers, she invokes life into the little doll. And invoking life into the little doll, what will happen? Lord Shiva is freed from the stomach of Gajasur. Nandi, Vishnu, the Ganas, they're happy to go back to that place now, Mount Kailash, where Parvati Devi is. But now, Lord Shiva is about to meet a security guard. A guard that he has never seen before. A person he has never encountered before. And not only that, the security guard is saying to him, you cannot enter, this is my home. What is yours? What is mine? Even Lord Shiva is being reminded that Mount Kailash does not belong to him. And so as Lord Shiva stands there, this little Choti Moti, he's Choti. Choti means what? Moti means Choti Moti, like me now, short and fat. Choti Moti, standing by the gate, he's standing with a bowl of laddu and a dandi, a stick for protection. Can you remember the days where as soon as you reached the school, you couldn't wait to open that lunch kit to see what you had in there? Can you remember? Hello, can you remember that? I know in my lunch kit, it was bread, butter and cheese. I know that. But I will still be excited and open it with a smile. And I know what it had in there. Every morning on the countertop, wrapped in a napkin and a foil, was a sandwich for breakfast and a sandwich for lunch. When I reached the school, my friends fighting me for bread. And they don't want to eat their roti. They're ashamed to eat the roti. And in my mind, I say, bring the roti for me, yes? Huh? Because they have no appreciation. They have no appreciation for their food. And they consider bread to be prized. And I say, sada roti, choti moti. Huh? Get fatter. Gajasur. Lord Shiva has exited. And so Lord Shiva is now standing in front of this little child that has been created by Mother Parvati. But what will happen? Lord Shiva, who tries to enter, is prevented. When life prevents you from achieving attaining, acquiring the things that you think you're supposed to. What mechanism, what plan have you put in place to not be disappointed? To not be disappointed by the disappointments. And so, Lord Shiva standing there, trying to enter. Nandi has no clue what is happening. Lord Vishnu has no clue what is happening with his child. They know of the Varadan, they know of the gift. And so they all go and try to move the little child. But trying to move him, they can't move him. They can't shake him. And Lord Shiva says, move aside, I will do it. Ever send somebody to do something and they can't do it? And you begin to huff and puff and stamp and quarrel. And you say, I will do it myself. And then when you go, you realize you can't do it too. And you say, come help me now. I didn't realize it's so heavy. Or I didn't realize it was so difficult. Or I didn't realize. Then you realize. Then you take the time to realize. The child takes the dandi and he hits Lord Shiva. Somebody ever hit you before? What will you do if somebody hit you? What will you do if somebody hit you? Hello? If somebody hit you, what will you do? Oh, hit them back. Only in kindergarten we believe in do for do no harm. Eh? In adulthood, we believe you do for yourself. You will meet my lawyer. That's what we believe. You will face the consequences of your actions. You do whatever you want. But just know that every action has a consequence and a reaction that will come out of it. Gajasur, time is passing. Something has to be done very quickly. And so as the child strikes Lord Shiva becomes angry, he becomes upset. Taking his trishul, he sends it in the direction of the child. And so the neck of the child is severed. What happens to the human head? What happens to that head, the human head? We have heard the katha many times before. What has happened to the human head? Hello? Are you all awake? Sintra, what has happened to the human head of this child that Mother Parvati has created? The Devi appears in time to see the head and the body falling in different directions. And the Devi becomes furious. The Devi becomes furious. Looking at Lord Shiva, she says, oh Lord Shiva, you have destroyed my son. The son that I have created. He was born out of my body. And so I placed him here to stand guard at the door. Oh Lord Shiva, what have you done? Lord Shiva, I will destroy the entire creation. For you have destroyed my child. And so Lord Shiva, you must do something at once. But Lord Shiva is not acting quick enough. Why? The elephant head, something has to be done with it. And it has to be done in a timely manner. And so Lord Shiva is taking too long. For the Leela has to unfold and it has to happen in the right. Nothing happens out of time. It all has to happen in the right. So when you think that there is a delay based on your impatience. But there is a delay based on God's perfection. Your impatience and God's perfection is something totally different. You have to be patient for things to happen in a perfect way. And so, the Devi says, you must go and you must find a head immediately. And so Lord Shiva is standing there. And the Devi, recognizing that he's not moving, you know what she does? She begins to stamp her foot and she begins to dance. Why? Action has to happen. You must move. When the parent calls the child, the parent expects that the child will reply. But when the child doesn't reply, then what will happen? What will happen? What will happen? I don't know about you. The home that I came from, there was a law. When we call you, wherever you are, you could be wherever you are, even in your dreams, sleeping, and you hear us call, answer. Answer. All we want is an answer, nothing else. You could be by the neighbor, you could be down the road, you could be up the road, you could be anywhere. But that was me because I always by somebody's house. Answer. We just want to know where you are. Answer. Would you not hope and pray that your children will answer when you call them? You're calling them on the phone, they're watching you calling and they will never answer. Actually, we live in a world now and a time where thank God there is a cell phone, because downstairs you have to call the children on a cell phone upstairs for them to answer. And if there was no cell phone, then there will be no communication. There will be no meeting, no communication at all. Because now we spend all our time in the bedroom, the computer in the bedroom, the kitchenette in the bedroom. Long ago, under your bed, you had old curtain and thing, pack up. Now under your bed is cheese curls, paper, corn curls, paper, Olay paper. I'm talking about my bed too. All of us, we are all guilty. The bedroom is no place to eat. I want to tell you, the Guru Pran says that in the bedroom, only sleeping should happen. Nothing else should happen there. No eating should happen there. In the bedroom, no eating should happen there. For when you lie on your bed, after you would have eaten, then you have secured having bad dreams, the Guru Pran says. And that's why you have all sorts of bad dreams and sleepless nights, because you are not supposed to eat on your bed. The old people will accept you. Do not eat while sitting on your... They will say, do not eat while sitting on the step as well. For all of those things, secure different kind of bad energies in the body. They are saying it to you. You're thinking it is foolish, but it bears great merit. They will not be able to explain to you the reason why, but they are telling you based on their experience. And experience beats anything all the time. The Devi begins to dance. And as she begins to dance, the earth begins to shake. Lord Shiva begins to think at that time. Quickly he begins to think. And so Lord Vishnu appears as though he's Mohini. He appears as though he's Vishnu. And appearing like this, the Devatas put their hands together. They want to calm the Devi. But they begin to eulogize Lord Vishnu. Do something to help. Because Lord Shiva has to go to find the head. Do something to help. What will they do? They go in the northern direction. And there is the body of Gajasur lying on the floor. They take the head of the already dead body, and now they bring it and they place his head on the body of the little child. Using the divine powers, they invoke the presence of divinity into the child, and now the child is brought to life. The ordinary mind would have thought in the past, many times before, after hearing the katha, how they kill the elephant and take the head. Why will they do that? But the elephant was already. And this only happened because of the sharp, because of the curse that has unfolded. Now, as the elephant head would have been placed on the body of the child, seeing the head and the head coming from Gajasur, he is given the name Gajananda. Gajananda. For the name has to live on. The name has to be sung in the heavens, on the earth, and in the... This is the Varadan, this is the gift, this is the promise that would have been made. And now, having the name Gajanand, what will happen? Where is the human head? Where is the human head? The human head has dissolved into nothingness. And dissolving into nothingness, making its way back into the earth from where it came. And so, now having the elephant head, what will happen? One of the names of Lord Shiva is Pashupati. Have you ever heard that before? Pashupati. One of the names of Lord Shiva is Pashupati. And so Pashupatinath, or this form of Lord Shiva, is the savior of all animals. Lord Shiva detests the killing of animals. And so one of his names is Pashupati. The reason for taking off the head of, or cutting the head or taking the head off is telling us it is a metaphor that is used to remind us of how we have to cut off the ignorance that we have trapped in us. Cutting away, severing the ignorance, for we cannot go to God having ignorance in us. The elephant head is a metaphor for wisdom. Cutting the head is the metaphor for ignorance. But the elephant head now is the metaphor for wisdom. And so as to ignorance to wisdom, darkness to light. Now that he has the elephant head, he has been brought to life. Tomorrow evening we will listen to the kathas of Lord Ganesh. Gajananda Swami ki jai.